بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم من همزه ونفخه ونفثه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى أهله الغر الميامين وعلى صحابته المدرسين بالدستور وعلى من استنى سنته وانتهج بمنهجهم ولف بلفهم لا يرث الله الأرض ومن عليها وإلى الله عاقبة الأمور. All praise is indeed reserved for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wholeheartedly. It deserves our thanks and praise without any boundary. We appreciate Him for everything, including those things our faculty cannot even ever comprehend. We ask Him to continue to send His undiluted salutations upon the noble soul of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, companions, and the generation of Muslims till the day of recompense. Ameen. Respected elders, brothers and sisters alike, today inshallah Kareem, the topic of our sermon, ما يجب معرفته حول رمضان. ما يجب معرفته حول رمضان. A must know about Ramadan. What you must know about Ramadan. What I must know about Ramadan. For all of us, insha'Allah al-Kareem, to remain on the same page with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ramadan without any element of ambiguity. It is not just ordinary month, but a month filled up with many unquantifiable rewards of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a month of spiritual rejuvenation. Allahu Akbar Kabira. A month of spiritual connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with so many bountiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you and I need to understand what does that stand for. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes Ramadan to stand out among all other 11 months of the lunar calendar, wherein there is no any other month that you and I worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala better than we do in the month of Ramadan. And there is no any other month well respected by Allah, accorded spirituality to the level of having a chandelier for those who come out of Ramadan on the day of Qiyamah under the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah make you and I from among them. Respected as of Islam. Ramadan is beyond what anybody can see. Even the arms of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the angels, they know the time of Ramadan better than all other times. Then, because of that, you and I need to understand that will make our mind soften, inshallah, and then well prepared for that spiritual journey. In between now and Ramadan, only Allah knows those who witness it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us His mercy for us not only to witness Ramadan, but inshallah, may Allah make it the best of our Ramadan. Respect our brothers in Islam. Nitty-gritty of Ramadan. For the year to Ramadan, how many times does Allah mention Ramadan in the Quran? Allahu Akbar Kabir. With all this importance, with the virtues we have talked about, with the significance, excellence of Ramadan, Allah mentions Ramadan in the Quran only once. Allahu Akbar. But Allah accords that opportunity to read. That is, هو الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا, not أكثر عملا. Whatsoever you are doing in the month of Ramadan, make sure you do not exceed, you do not trespass, you do not truncate, you don't move out of the said Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. With that, you are part of the Ummah that will be in Al-Jannah. May Allah make us all, inshallah, from among them. Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 183, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات. Allah said, all who have believed, you have believed in Allah without any element of doubt. Then Allah calls you. Kutiba alaykum as-siyam. Ramadan has been prescribed for you, made compulsory, obligatory كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ, as it was made obligatory, compulsory upon those who had come before you. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. Perhaps if you do it in a manner Prophet had done, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, you attain piety. You draw closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the first thing you and I need to understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it. It is firm. And it happens to be a standing rule and a standing pillar out of the 5 pillars of Islam. Then number 3, to understand that, Prophet says, now this Abu Hurairah, إِذَا دَخَلَ Ramadan, whenever Ramadan comes in, the moon has been sighted, then, Allahu Akbar Kabira, فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُ الْجَنَّةِ, all the gates of Al-Jannah, Allah will command the angels to open them, and they shall never be shut until after Ramadan. Allah does not do that in all other months of the year. وَغُلِّقَتْ أَبْوَابُ النَّارِ, all the gates, entrance, leading to Jahannam, leading to hellfire, Allah will call the angels to shut it down. They will be removed, they will be closed till the end of Ramadan. Allah does not do that, even to Shawwal, even to the Qaidah, even to Muharram. Allahu Akbar Kabir. Then Prophet says, وَسُفِّلَتِ الشَّيَاطِينُ, in another narration, وَسُفِّلَتِ الشَّيَاطِينُ, from Iblis, the grand patron of all devils, and all his agents, they will be shut down. They will be under the lock key and then chained. Because from the beginning to the end of Ramadan. What does that tell all of us? Whatsoever that will make somebody not to pray before, and say, I think Shaitan, now Shaitan is being pinned down. The ones that are looking at the chest of ladies in their offices, then Ramadan, they say, no, I don't want to look, but Shaitan always, even if I look elsewhere, Shaitan will put my face back. Then Shaitan is being kicked down. Allah wants the angels to now put your face towards Quran. Allahu Akbar Kabir. Then when you have all this, you have the basis for Ramadan, you are waiting for Ramadan. Ramadan comes, Prophet says, Sumu li ru'yati. First, commence Ramadan upon the sighting of the moon. Wa afdiru li ru'yati. Also, terminate Ramadan either 29th or 30th once the moon is sighted again for Shawwal. Wa in gumma alaykum, if peradventure, because of climate change, because of this and that, you could not sight the moon, akmilu indata Sha'ban 30 yawman. Complete the month of Sha'ban, making 30. Not 31 in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once Sha'ban is 30, automatically the following day is the first day of Ramadan. Now, what do you need to carry on? Number 1, don't forget, spiritual attendance. If you don't get prepared now, and Ramadan comes, before you know it, they will have reached 10, 11, 12. You need to get set, and then that night, you have your intention, without pronouncing it out. You have it inside your heart, Bismillah, tomorrow, when I wake up, inshallah, or if I wake up, I'm going to be among the fasting Muslims. May Allah make it easier for all of us. Then you start your Ramadan. In between the time after Salatul Fajr, up to obey the Salatul Maghrib. There's so many things happen in between that will make you to stand to either collect the reward in a full scale or to lose the reward in a better way. Allahu Akbar. It is what you sow that you reap before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are the expectations? You need to understand Ramadan. As from understand that, Allah tells you and I. The rulings about Ayyam Ma'adudat is just few days. If you don't make judicious use of these 29 or 30 days, before you know it, it is over. Then how do you prepare? And then you get the best. You need to have your own spiritual attendance. And you prepare your mindset, you prepare everything, so that when Ramadan comes, you have your intention, and then you move along with them. Then comes in recitation of Quran. Quran and Ramadan are inseparable. They go in pari passu. Just like Ramadan and Quran can never be separated. We saw that in the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In fact, beneath the verse of Ramadan, Allah says, "Shahr Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran." Ramadan is the month during which Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then you read Quran. Have your timetable or what you can take on daily basis. Otherwise, Shaitan will take the other way round, taking you to social media. Or other way around to what we call European football matches. And I say something to people. Perhaps you sit down watching an European football, whereas those people, the players, your friends, among them, during Ramadan, some of them are in Hajj, they are in Umrah. They are praying behind today, you still carry your phone, you are watching last year's European Champions League or whatever. Final, Kai, Saka, I like the throw. That throw led to another throw. After throw, now kick. After that kick, they did 37 passes before that guy scored. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. What he has scored, the one he has not scored, you are less concerned. Because the opportunity Allah has given to you and I, we hope and we appeal to Allah to extend that opportunity for us to witness Ramadan. But many people die every day. Now Allah gives you that opportunity. Instead of sitting by Quran, start looking at from TikTok to Instagram to Facebook to Twitter handle to X, whatever you call it. All these things, you need to confine yourself, your movement, restrain everything to be with Quran. Then, when you do that, inshallah, you need to understand where Allah is taking you to. You read your Quran, then you need to give out charity. Charity in the month of Ramadan is another case on its own that made Prophet Sallallahu Allahu Akbar Kabir. The Sahaba, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhuma said, كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أجود الناس. The most generous of human beings was Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم. وهو أجود ما يكون كان أجود ما يكون هو في رمضان. And Prophet ﷺ used to be more generous in the month of Ramadan. Allahu Akbar Kabir. In another narration said, الريح كالريح المرسلة. The generosity of Prophet ﷺ, the magnanimity of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the month of Ramadan stood him out from all other mankind, including the angels of Allah. That little thing Prophet ﷺ made and he will make sure that nobody comes and asks except that he gives. That is a call to all of us. You cannot feel people better than this time we are in. A lot, as you are planning for Ramadan, you are counting down, some are counting up. How? You are counting down, and mashallah, in less than 1.5 days or weeks. And some are, oh Allah, if they can even move this thing to become a month, simply because it is not sure of what is going to even eat in the month of Ramadan. And Allah has given many in a full scale. لِيُنْفِقُ ذُو سَعَةٍ مِنْ سَعَةٍ وَمَنْ قُدِرَ عَلَيْهِ رِزْقُهُ فَلْيُنْفِقُ مِمَّا آتَاهُ اللَّهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, let those who have given plenty, let them also spend plenty. And those who have given them in a small measure, let them also take little out of the little I have given to them. Allahu Akbar. What does Allah tell you and I then? So that we will not leave anybody around us, within our community, within our society, in our town, in our village, as Muslims, fasting without having anything to bring their fast upon. Allahu Akbar. Don't be a stingy person. You are giving yourself. Allah is not eating. Angels are not eating. But if you give out, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala writes your name among those who are going to Al-Jannah. وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حِبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَعَسِيرًا إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ لَا نُرِيدُ مِنكُمْ جَزَاءً وَلَا شُكُورًا. On the day of Qiyamah, you appreciate what you have given out better, inshallah. After that feeling, then you need to understand the nitty-gritty of those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Ramadan compulsory for. It's not compulsory for mu'minun, yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرَ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرَ. Allah intends ease for all of you. Allah doesn't want to make life difficult for us. Then there are people, category by category. About 8, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exempt them from Ramadan. If you belong to any, then you know what you pay back. How do you pay back? What's expected of you? Either yourself, your wife, your aunt, mother, father. But if you don't belong to any, don't smuggle yourself into it. Don't smuggle yourself into becoming part of those Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exempts from Ramadan. Allah says, وَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرَ. About 8 categories. You can strip them down to 9 or 11, but 8 suffice. And then because of Quran. Number 1, al-musafir, the traveler. Wal-marid, and sick person. 2 of them. There are categories. If a traveler, for one reason or the other, you cannot fast, Allah did not make it compulsory. But you cannot feel any soul. Then you are traveling from here to Port, then you will be feeling good. No, you don't need to feel anybody. The number of days you spend without fasting because you are on a journey when Ramadan goes, you bring those days. You are to pay. If it's 3 days, 4 days, 2 days, 1 day, you pay the exact number of days you miss the month of Ramadan as a traveler. As a sick person, it's A and B. A sick person, if your sickness is something that you are expected to get off, inshallah. Just little headache, stomach disorder, wallahi, I'm purging, you will never be purging the month of Ramadan. Then all these minor things that you can take some drugs. But the time you are trying to take care of yourself, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you are that sick, you couldn't fast. You are not expected to feed anybody. You bring the number of days you are sick after Ramadan and you fast it. Then second part, somebody who is sick, but that sickness, we call it terminal ill. They are just managing his life. May Allah never make you and I a victim of that circumstance. And those who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala test, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them shifa al-ajil. There are people, I used to know of a brother, Allahu Akbar Kabira, even right in the school, every blessed 15 minutes, he must have either banana or something, biscuit, every 15 minutes, some 30 minutes. Then if you allow that kind of person to fast, you have many people attendance at the cemetery. And Allah says, Yuridullahu bikum al-yusra, wa la yuridu bikum al-usra. Don't fast if the doctors have told you, you cannot. Then the next thing, you feed a soul that is fasting on daily basis. From the beginning to the end of Ramadan, one night. Then if you don't have the means, you can leave it until after Ramadan. You are expecting adache, you collect your money, and then you gather 30 people and feed them at once. This is for somebody who is sick, is on life support, or is not expected to get out of that sickness. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Another person, the category is Al-Ha'il wal-Murden, Al-Hamil wal-Murden. Pregnant lady and a breastfeeding mother, two of them. Somebody who is pregnant, if she cannot fast because of the state of her health, and she nurses a fear that something could happen to the unborn baby, to herself, the Sharia is that she feeds for every day, inshallah kareem, a fasting soul. After Ramadan, she will not pay back. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Yuridullahu bikum al-yusra wa la yuridu bikum al-usra. That was the injunction, the fatwa given by Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, and it's reported in what we call Tafsir Ibn Kathir. The same way, Al-Hamil wal-Murdi, pregnant lady and breastfeeding mother. Then another category, Al-Shaykh, Al-Kabir, Wal-Ajuza, Al-Kabira. Very serious old men and very serious old women. Why do I put serious? Why do I put very? There are those who call elderly people, but they are not exempted from fasting. How? You don't go by age. You go by that terminal, what Allah SWT called al-haram. That is somebody, an elderly man, old, who cannot even stand. He walks with a stick. In majority, good number of the teeth are worn out. That one is an old person. Not the one that was using broken bottle and his teeth were removed by force when he was 40. That one is not old person. Let us get it right. Some, they say, Wallahi, Alhamdulillah, but he's still going to, Ramadan remain 3 nights. He's going to take Masna wa Sulasa wa Ruba. Wallahi is not old man. He's going to have new Amalia for Ramadan, but he's not planning to fast Ramadan. Wallahi, Allah, the same thing with ladies. Old women, she could be a grandmother, she could be a mother, but at least great-grandmother. Because if it's a mother or grandmother, she may still be very strong. Allah knows all of us better than ourselves. That is why we are not allocating age to that effect. Then part of what the scholars recommend is that those people, elderly people, old, that you give them food, something that automatically everybody knows in the community. But the kind of taste they are going to have is different from others. Allahu Akbar Kabira. These are people. Balaga min al-kibari itiya. How? Ishta'ala ra'su shayba. How? These are people, you give them even some today. Even kola nut they have been eating. You give them kola nut, you have to pound the kola nut. You have to give them nama. If it is suya, they can't
they can't destroy it again. You have to ground it. Aha. At that category, Wallahu ta'ala alam. What their own Sharia, they will also feed for every blessed day a miskin. But if they are also miskin that are expected to be fed, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes it away from them. But if they have their children, those who are alive and they are well to do, inshallah, they have to pay for them. Wallahu ta'ala alam. After that, we need to also know what are those things commonly we may be doing that are wrong. Some we are doing, they are not wrong. Al-Adar we made mention. Then, ma la yubtilu siyam. What are those things that if peradventure we do in the month of Ramadan, Allah forgives us. We are not having any problem. Our soul, our fasting is intact. Number one, al-aklu wa shurbu nasiyan. If somebody drinks or he eats, forgetfulness. Out of forgetfulness. Because you can just start first day, second day, third day, you are performing ablution, you drink water, you say, you are not fasting. Allah gives you. Hadith of Abu Hurairah radiyallahu ta'ala. Man akala aw shariba nasiyan falyutimma sawmahu. Whosoever eats in the month of Ramadan or he drinks something out of forgetfulness, falyutimma sawmahu. Let that person complete his sawm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not penalizing him. فَإِنَّمَا أَطْعَمَهُ اللَّهُ وَسَقَاهُ. Allah wants to give him that bottle, Allah wants to give him that drink. Because Allah doesn't forget. It is you and I that forget. And if it happens out of forgetfulness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write that off. Number two, Allahu Akbar Kabir. In that at-tabarruj, you can see the kai akwai zabi. You go and take shower. Some people will say, kai, you have somewhere, some part of your body that water to enter. That is none of your business. Prophet ﷺ did the same. The Sahaba did, and he never scolded any one of them. Number three, that you can do, yet you don't have any problem. You can take injection in the month of Ramadan. But injection you are taking, provided it's not giving you food. Not injection that if they give you now, you will not even feel hungry till tomorrow. No. That one, it spoils Ramadan. But ordinarily, headache, stomach, disturbance, this and that, no problem, inshallah. The same way, eye drop, you can use it. You can use inhaler. Just reduce the quantum. That is what Sharia says. Likewise, you can donate blood if you know that you are fit. If you are donating and it will make you to be weak, Sharia prohibits you from donating. But you can donate and no problem. Inshallah, no hala. You can do hijama, you can do cooking. As long as it's not going to weigh you down. Prophet ﷺ did the hijama while he was fasting. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You can taste your food, especially our mothers. Just little taste. Not plenty. Just little. Not plenty. Wallahu ta'ala. And that taste is not something that will go down to their throat. Just taste to know, okay, sweet is not sweet. Or if they have the opportunity, people are around them, they can taste those who are not fasting. Wallahu ta'ala alam. Then what are those things that invalidate our fast? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. With the one we started from. Al-aklu wa shurbu amdan. For somebody to say, gaskiya ni na gaji. Allah may have the capacity. Kawai is one to amala. And he went to, or he carries some more vita and said, gaskiya, wallahi jiya na shawiya. Who are you reporting Allah to? And said, oh, gaskiya, but I said, I'll get out of it. And now one or something can come out and cry. Something is wrong. That person is kafara. And the kafara, 60 plus that one day. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Number two, al-jima' fi awqati as-siyam. To have sexual intercourse. Even with our legal wives, during the hours of fasting, it is tantamount to kafara. Another 60 plus 1. But it doesn't start with 60. Number one, into Quran. If somebody has something to do with his wife during the time of Ramadan, not at night. If it is after break of fast, you can do it till Qiyamul. Allah says you can do that after break of your fast. But during the hours of fasting, you do anything with your wife, you are on your own. Then what do you do? If somebody does that, he will fast 60. But before 60, his Sharia prescribed that he does what we call etikurokaba, to set a slave free. He doesn't have, then he will not fast 60. And that 60 consecutively. If you miss out one day, you start afresh. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That is to tell you and I that Allah is not joking with Ramadan. And it is not by your making or by my own rationale that we are seeing Ramadan. It's by mercy of Allah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala extend that mercy to see to the end of Ramadan and give us many opportunities. After that, respect our brothers Islam. So So many things are happening these days. And women, they complain. The reason why they stop some of their children from even getting married 2 weeks, 1 week to Ramadan. Some of our brothers and sisters, once they get to Ramadan, they get wedded 2 nights before Ramadan, 1 week. The cases have been brought, confirmed that some of them, they cannot hold their bodies. Like, we just did the nikah now. Then in the month of Ramadan, they say they will go and do abracadabra and say, Qiyamul Layl, Ya Allah, Istighfar, Astaghfirullah, Inna Allah Ghafur Rahim, true. But not that when you rub something on another person's face and say, forgive me now, don't you know that Allah says everybody should forgive? Let us be careful. Let us be careful. Other things, you can use your siwak in the month of Ramadan. You can hug your wife, you can kiss, if you know that there will not be problem. Aisha said, Prophet Sallam did that. وَكَانَ أَمْلَكَكُمْ لِإِلْمِهِ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Prophet Sallam is a perfect human being. Nothing will move him because Allah's spirituality is always connected with him. But for you and I, if you can do it, fine. There's no problem. Prophet Sallam will perform ablution, going to the masjid, kiss the wife, hug the wife. If you know that kissing your wife, hugging your wife in the month of Ramadan will land you in the gate of kafara, run away from home. Don't come until after one. Because some people, even the hijab of their wife, if you touch them, something will happen. May Allah slow down for you all and shortcomings. When you finish that one, then you come and make sure you are part of Taraweeh. Hey, Allahu Akbar. May Allah make it easier for all of us. Taraweeh is part and parcel of Ramadan. Prophet Sallallahu led Taraweeh. The first night, second night, third night, he stopped because he didn't want Allah to make it compulsory. Because if Allah was going to make it compulsory, Allah would have made it compulsory in a way and manner that it was observed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not in a way and manner we are observing it. There's some people that say, guys, here, during Ramadan, I will never go to certain mosque. You know, just go and Quran, Kullu. Some will say, Al-Manan, Wallahi Ba'adiniba. You now go to one corner, in one garage. In Adana, Allah Akbar. Mujahmatan, Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. You say, even the time of Isha has not come, they have finished Taraweeh. Now go home. See cow tail, cow leg, kaya chicken, abarba, galatolo, dofuku, dengeli, everything he wants to swallow before Sahur. Because of that, it truncated the opportunity of Taraweeh. Jalla Jalaluhu ya Allah. You know that Taraweeh, Allah SWT gave us the opportunity. And Prophet ﷺ did it practically with Sahaba. Umar ibn Khattab, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he saw Sahaba, some few persons will do here, 2, 3 here. He said, let's combine. And it combined, said, Ni'matin bid'at hadihi. Allah Akbar. That was how we inherited that. Now, look at people of well-to-do, movers and shakers. They do all their own. Go to a noon. Somebody is bringing G-Wagon. He doesn't need any driver. He drives himself. People come from other adjoining estates to come and pray inside them. You are looking for a lungu where you have an escape route because of because of Abarba. What are you going to eat here on Qiyamah? It's far better than this dunya. I hope I understand. May Allah make it beneficial to all of us. Then you look for Laylatul Qadr. Look at it. Laylatul Qadr khayrun min alfi shahr. Jalla Jalaluhu ya Allah. We are nobody, Allah, but we are in need of rahmah. May Allah extend His rahmah to all of us. Look for Laylatul Qadr in that one night. Wallahi al-Azim suffice for you. All other your magumagu wara that you are doing, apart from shirk. Then you go, you come back. In fact, my brothers, what are you still doing in Majlis in Ramadan? Sit down with your family. Let them know that now Igbo has finally landed. You are with them. Splash money on them. Let them stop calling you money misroad outside. But at home you are a general without vinegar. But outside, sugar daddy. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. It's not sugar daddy, it's sugar iblis. May Allah forgive all our shortcomings. When you take that letter to Qadr, the Prophet ﷺ will wake up himself, he will wake his wife. Even those who are not praying, they will wake up. What does Aisha say? If you see that night, what do you say? Prophet ﷺ said, Quli, Allahumma innaka afuwun, tuhibbul afwa, fa'fu anni. May Allah do that to all of us. May Allah forgive all our shortcomings. In between now and Ramadan, more to say, time has gone. We ask Allah SWT to make us from among the direct beneficiaries of this forthcoming Ramadan. May Allah make the best of our Ramadans, and Allah SWT may He grant all of us al-Jannah to Firdaus. Barakallahu lakum fi al-Qur'an al-Azim wa nafa'ana wa iyyakum fil ayati wa dhikril hakim. Aqulu ma tasma'un wa min Allah. وإن خطر من الناس والشيطان فاستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب وخطيئة إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي كرم أمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم بشهر رمضان وجعل فيه ليلة خير من 1000 شهر، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله معلم الأنام بوحي المنان صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله الأخيار وأصحابه الأبرار وكل من سار على نهجهم إلى يوم تولى فيه الأسرار. معاشر المسلمين، إننا نحن الآن كأمة محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم نقترب من دخول شهر رمضان ونحول وإن شاء الله الكريم نستعد له حق الاستعداد على منوال ما طبق وحبق وعمل وعاش عليه نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. ينبغي لي ولك وينبغي لنا كأمة نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أن نعرف بدقة كل ما يترصد وينبثق من رؤية شهر رمضان، لنعلم ما هي شهر رمضان، لنعلم حقيقة شهر رمضان، لنعلم فضائل شهر رمضان، ولنعلم المسؤوليات التي تتحملها شهر رمضان، لنكون في ضمن أصحاب الفردوس الأعلى. منها صيام رمضان فردية، ومنها أن نعرف ونقوم بقراءة القرآن تلاوة مجودة نورية منورة ومحمدية، ليس قراءة عبقرية وقراءة معوجة، لا، ولا بد ينبغي لي ولك أن نكون من ضمن الذين يقومون ليلا والذين يشاركون حق المشاركة في التراويح، ونكون من ضمن الذين يقيمون الناس على حبهم، ومن الذين يساعدون على الأيتام الأرامل والمطففين والمستضعفين، ولنكون من ضمن الذين يحيون ويحيون ليلة شهر رمضان. وحقيقة هذه الليلة ليلة تؤتيك وتؤتينا جميعا العمل بمقارنة سنة 83 فأكثر. سبحان الله. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يمن علي وعليكم بنعمه حتى نشهر رمضان ونكون في أتم الصحة مع الرزق الحلال والواسع الطيب. عباد الله، إن الله أمركم أمرا بدأ فيه بنفسه وثنى بملائكته وحملة عرشه وثلث بكم من إنسكم وجنكم وقال وإذا من قائل إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد وسلم. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر كيد أعداء الدين وانصر عبادك الموحدين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم بلغنا شهر رمضان بالطمأنينة والسلام والعافية التامة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعلنا أول عمل في نيجيريا واجعلها بلدا آمنا مطمئنا رخاء سخاء وسائر بلاد المسلمين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في غزة وأراضي فلسطين وسائر بلاد المسلمين المستضعفين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اسقنا جنة الفردوس من الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. قم إلى صلاتكم رحمكم الله.